Action.
Okay, you're live.
I heard.
There you
I'm
go.
hearing myself. Why am I hearing myself in my ear? What's up, Campin' Randy?
What up? Hey, aren't you gonna hide me and then bring me in?
Uh,
Too
I
late.
apparently
guess not. Never
not.
mind. We're
Guess
live.
not. How you doing?
Doing great. Doing great.
It's been forever, man. Like, what have you been up to? I don't feel like I've seen you since like an hour or two ago.
Yeah, doing our training for sure, definitely.
Yeah, we've been in this week-long training on I don't know what it's on bad. It's been my mind is mush.
A lot of numbers. A lot of
Lots of numbers.
numbers and spreadsheets. So
Oh yeah, it's been a week from 8. I get on at 8:15 a.m. Mountain Time, and we have like what, two or three 11-minute breaks, and
yeah.
then a
Well,
40
then we
minute
have to
lunch.
remind them. We have to remind the gentleman that there is a break.
Yeah, and then we clock out at like 3:30. So it's a long day of just sitting. Anyway,
Well,
so
for me, it
welcome.
starts at 10:30 and ends at 5:30 because that's 4:30 their time.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Hey, welcome, Baker family, Overland. We got some pretty exciting stuff going on here at ROA, right, Randy?
Oh yeah.
Some new product lines, and we got new manufacturers, some adventures that were coming down the pipeline. Can you still hear me? I can't
Yeah.
hear you in my ear anymore.
I hear you. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Apparently, so it doesn't echo for you.
Okay. Well, no, you can do that because it's echoing in my ear like crazy. But I just wanted to make sure you guys could hear me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so anybody have any questions? Can the pause be modified to have a washer and dryer in one combo with venting? Like you're talking about one of those Italian combo units that does washer and dryer. I think that's what you're talking about, Marvin. So the current floor plans, there's not a lot of space. I know in the bathroom in the 20.3, I've talked with Maynard about putting a washer with a spin cycle dryer, and I think that's actually possible. There's just not a ton of space. Now there are some new trailers coming in the pipeline right now with pause, and there might be some availability and some space for a combo washer and dryer. We'll have to ask Maynard that, if he can throw in a washer and dryer in there. I know in the pipeline there's another trailer coming out maybe towards the middle of the end of the year that might have an option for a washer and dryer. Pretty cool, exciting stuff coming through the pipeline. Have you seen the pictures
Can I
yet,
give my
Randy?
opinion on the washer and dryer inside the campers?
Yeah.
Now, I think it's a great use for those full timers, and if you're over a week. However, you guys got to remember when you want to do a washer and dryer or some type of washer combo, like an actual unit, you're going to be using a lot of power and you're going to be using water. So I want you guys, when you're thinking about putting a washer dryer combo into your camper, I mean, we're all about off grid, and it uses a lot of power. Even if you get the water down, you're going to be using power. So you might want to think of something that's a manual driven or battery driven. They have a lot of these little small units that you can throw in the shower in the pause. You can just dump some water in it, and it'll wash. It'll do its little gyration thing, and then it'll drain right there in the shower. So check those out. Don't hold off buying on a pause or any off-road camper because you want a washer and dryer combo thing, because there's workarounds for that. That's my 2 cent Shane.
Yeah, I like it. I just guess I used to sell high-end motor coaches and fifth wheels, and they all had fifth washer and dryers in them. But once again, generally those were coaches that you're literally going to an RV park and plugging in because they're 35, 40 feet. So it makes
2 air
sense.
conditionings, 4 slides.
I can't hear him. Go ahead. What?
It's fine. Go ahead.
Anyway, so I think it's possible, but you're right. Generally, you're going to a camp park and you're plugged into a 50 amp, 30 amp breaker, and you don't even think about the electricity. But yeah, I wonder how much a dryer would, how much power. I'd probably like take a Battleborn or two, maybe three, to do one dry. Be like a day or two of solar just to dry your clothes.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the wattage does on those. We should probably, I don't know, let's go to Home Depot and do the Home Depot rental program where we just rent one and then return it.
Is that what they do down in the South where you're from?
Oh, yeah, the people use chainsaws, weed whackers, everything, and then just return them.
Where
So,
are you from? Arkansas?
yeah, we're from South
Arkansas?
Carolina.
No, just kidding. No offense to anybody from Arkansas. And I wouldn't want. So we have Cards Carl. He said, and I wouldn't want you. Wouldn't you want soft water for washing clothes? I mean, I've never. I have a water softener at my current house, but I've never had one my entire life until this current house. So
Well, it all depends on where you're going and where you're living. Because down where I'm at, South Carolina, we have great water here. So we don't have a water softener, but family in Indiana, they have a water softener. So, and if you're traveling, yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with that hard water or non-hard water.
yeah, for sure. Well, there you go. We have Bargain Hunters. Are you going to change the layout on the 21.4 to actually house 4 adults? So what do you mean by
Yeah.
house 4 adults? Because it definitely sleeps 4 adults. The
Yeah.
bunk beds are huge. Like I fit in them. Do you fit in them?
I fit in them. Aren't they like almost 7 foot?
Yeah, like so in
I mean, lengthwise, you fit.
width
I don't
might be
know
an
about
issue.
lengthwise. So if you're a wide person, then yeah, you might want
Hey,
to sleep in the bed.
I'm a wide person.
But you're
I
not
fit.
wide. You're medium.
I mean, I'm 260 and I got very broad shoulders. I fit just fine. Now, like the eating area, yeah, that might be difficult. There's the table up in the front area, and then you have that chair that can go and sit comfortably to have 3 people in there. You could have another folding chair and throw a 4th person, but
The common area is going to be tight for sure.
yeah, the bathroom is awesome, right?
Oh yeah, I agree.
I would take 4 adults in the trailer. So I don't know exactly what you mean by house for adults. It sleeps for adults, and it has more water capacity than any trailer in its class.
76
So
gallons.
76, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean that's massive. It's more water than any trailer. So
And it takes
anyways, that's the
forever
top
to
bunk.
fill it up if you have low flow water going into those tanks.
Yeah. You fill them up for sure. Anyways, what's the next question?
Right here.
The pod should accommodate for it because it is a pain going to the laundromat
laundromat.
to have your own one parked to an RV site. Yeah, I mean, like Randy said, there's some washer options out there in the market. Like I said, I do have I am talking with Paz about building a trailer, and I would really like a washer and dryer to be part of the trailer. So
Yeah, and Shane, you're the big camper size. When I came out there to Utah last month, has it already been a month or is it 2 months that I've been out there?
it's
Seems
been a
like
bit.
yesterday. But you and I were both on the opposite ends of the spectrum. You were saying you would want a 30-foot camper, off-road camper, and I like the smaller campers. So that's why they make different sizes and shapes of all the campers out there. So with me, I don't need a washer and dryer, but I prefer the smaller campers out where I go. But yeah, if you got yourself a 30-foot camper, Shane, you could put a full-size washer and dryer in that puppy.
Hey, I want a king size bed and a washer and dryer. I want to go out camping, and my goal is to never leave the RV. I want to stay inside the entire time. You like that? Sometimes, do you have Do you have a rough cost per flush between burning and the bagging?
Oh, I
Yeah, go
can
ahead.
answer that one.
Yeah.
On the bagging, so you get about 15 to 18 flushes on the dry flush, and so you can get about 3 bags at $67. And I figured that your dry flush is going to cost you $1.50 to $1.80 a flush. And what I recommend everybody doing is you collect all your number ones throughout the family and use your pea powder. And then when you do the number twos, that's when you're going to hit that $1.50, $1.80 on the number twos. So on the calculations of the Incinerator incinerator toilet, we haven't figured those ones out yet, but I guess I could start working on that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
so I think there's
expensive
like
flushing.
I can't recall the number, but I thought it was like 100 burn cycles for a 20-gallon propane tank, which is
Oh, yeah.
so it would be the cost of propane, right? And then ideally there's like some wax paper you throw down, but that stuff is like
It looks
penny.
like a coffee filter.
Yeah, they're like cents of flush. So it's
Yeah.
not like the expensive bags. You buy a box of few hundred of them or 1,000 of them and last you a year. I don't know how much those are, but it's really just the propane. But I was shocked on how many burn cycles they said you could get per tank, and it seemed like it was over 100, if I recall
For
correctly.
20 gallon, and then on the pauses is a 30 pound tank.
Yeah, and I mean you could put in larger tanks. I mean it just depends on the trailer you got, right?
Yep.
So that I think that's a great question. Hey, by the way, everybody stay tuned. I know the thumbnail was a new trailer, new manufacturer, an adventure. So we definitely want to get to that, but we're just answering people's questions as they're coming in. If you want to get there faster, start asking questions about the new manufacturers.
But this is great.
So
This is great seeing all these questions, though. We're answering all
Trump
these questions. This is great.
so Trump one says
I love it. I love it.
I like that name. That was a good name.
That
Anyway,
is.
okay. If sorry, I'm having a hard time here now. If one was to buy a used HQ19, what year was the last year before quality dropped off? Okay. So I used to be a lot more hesitant about what I shared, but like the farther it gets in the rearview mirror, the less I care. So let me tell you a little bit about Black Series. Randy wasn't here during Black Series, right?
Nope.
Yeah. We actually did a video telling, like, documenting everything about Black Series and the whole experience, and we never put it live because we just don't want to, like, hurt them too much. But I'm not 100. I've heard rumors that they're not in business or they might be going out. I don't know. All it's just rumors, right?
Yeah.
But the used. When did COVID start?
2020.
Was it 2020?
Years ago?
February, March.
It was like February, March of 2020 when things started getting crazy. Yeah, I was coming back from my anniversary, February. So in March was everybody's like, go buy toilet paper. I was like, why? I was like, we were like flying
You
home,
remember that? Oh my
not
goodness.
not watching the news, and I like got on Amazon and all the toilet paper was sold out. I was like, shoot, I better buy some.
That hand sanitizer. Remember no hand sanitizer?
Oh boy, out of control. Anyway, so the quality started going really downhill 2020. So 2018, 2019, good luck finding one. But the reason why I said I feel a little bit less hesitant to share information is we were learning about the product in the beginning days, and the more and more we dug into the business or into the units, the more and more problems we would find, even in the 2019s, even the 2018s, 2019s. The 2020s and beyond just got completely out of control. Like cabinets were falling apart, trailers were catching fire. Like we had one in our shop catch on fire. This was a 2020 unit, right? 2020-19. If you go for a 2020-19, you're just going to want to make sure everything's fused properly, because there were a lot of things they weren't fusing, right? Like you have a component from the battery to the component and there was no fuse. So if you had an issue with the component, the fuse is supposed to trip, right? And then you don't have a fire. The issue is lots of things weren't fused. Like I think the steps weren't fused. There were a lot of things. So another big issue, and this was like with every trailer, and we didn't figure it out right off the bat, because depending on the climate you were in, you didn't have the experience. The fridges were installed improperly on every trailer, 2019, 2018, 2019, and beyond. They weren't ducting them. There was no baffle. So you're supposed to have a chimney on the roof or ducts. Like, there's so many issues, right?
Let
we
them
had
vent.
Huh?
To let them vent?
Yeah, they're supposed to vent. You know, like your trailer, do you have a vent on the top of your roof or your fridge?
But I have a 12 volt, so it doesn't have. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Your fridge is a 12 volt.
Yeah, but it still has vents coming on the top and the bottom so that the air will move around. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's the HQ21 that I have on site, the pre-owned one. It has no venting for the refrigerator. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, on the roof, and it's a propane fridge. So this is a massive issue. This is a fire hazard. So whatever you do, any Black Series you buy, you can properly install everything, but you have to be extremely smart and technical. Then you want to call Dometic. Like if you open up the manual for the fridge that they install, the very first page says never install this fridge without chimney coming out of the roof or proper ducts. And so it was like literally on page 1, Black Series didn't install it properly. So that's a big issue you got to look at. So the easiest thing, without being super technical, is just pull the fridge out, sell it, throw it in the trash, whatever you want to do with it, and put in a 12 volt fridge. And if you put a 12 volt fridge in there, you won't have an issue. The propane, there's a open flame on the back of the fridge, and none of them were installed properly, period. And we told them, we like,
I'm gonna check all.
Huh?
I'm gonna check those when because I have 2 pre-owned units on the lot, so I have to go check those tomorrow. So I'm gonna see. I'll let you know.
Yeah, give Michael a ring. Like, made a huge documentation from Dometic. Like, called up Dometic, called up a guy that's been doing like technical repairs for 40 years. He came out and he was like, "Who installed these? This is terrible, right?" And so we wrote out all the documentation, sent it to Black Series, and said, "This has to change." And they were like, "Nah, whatever." And we're like, "Okay, whatever." So, yeah, that's a big deal. Refrigerator, fuses, all the wiring. Also, go to the breaker panel and tighten up all the wires, and then pull out the receptacles, the outlets. Make sure all the wires are connected. Sometimes we would see them splicing the wire and have a 1/2 inch behind the outlet in the walls. So lots of little things like that. Wow. That was like, those were big deals for us. Go to the next.
I was gonna say, can we move on? Because yeah.
yeah. Sorry. 20.3 coldest temperatures rating. I don't know. I haven't tested it yet. They ran it through the Truma. They've been doing some modifications and changes on the ducting. We just had somebody here camping in, I think in the teens, and it was getting warm.
Took it up to Mirror Lake to 20.2.
Yeah, so we took it up to where it was like single digits, but it wasn't a winter package. It was just, and it was the old furnace, because originally it had a Suburban, and that thing was just blowing into the trailer.
Yeah.
And it made it a hot box. But they've switched to a Truma, which I think is better. But now they're saying it's winter capable, so below freezing. Now, like I said, we had a new Roamer pickup one, and they were camping in it in the teens and the 20s, and nothing froze. And the trailer was warm. It was getting warm to temp and turning off. So we gotta take one of these new units out up into the mountains and see if we can get it to like below 0 and test it out. I think
Because we don't have the data yet back from Truma when Paul brought up the units.
Well, so
to go on
they
the
took it in. They took it in,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't like the results. So they took it back and they changed all the ducting and redid it. And I don't think they've taken it back since then. So yeah, I need to get with Maynard and ask him about when they're going to do that. Anyways, so yeah, the dining area in the PAWS 21.4 has not enough space for 4 adults to sit. Yes, I find the layout of the folding bed dining to be badly implemented. Smaller trailers have done better. Yeah, I think I don't love the dining area either, but it works. Go ahead, Randy. You got any comments on that?
Well, the thing you got to realize is that when your cabin's only 7 foot wide by 21 feet, and so they're trying to utilize sleeping space for y'all so that you can be outside and have a good time. So that's what it's all about. You have a huge outdoor cooking section. You have a bar outside. You can open up the windows 90 degrees. You can set your television outside. Wow, I sound like a salesperson. I sell a pause. But that's the thing. You guys got to remember what we're selling is the outdoors. So if you want to stay inside, go get yourself a stick and staple camper with a 15 slide outs on it if you're looking for room. I'm sorry. We're learning about our personalities in this training class, and Shane and I are both high Ds, which I know you can interpret that a different way, but it means we're direct. So I don't know what to say on that. Yes, it's tight, but you have a place to sleep. I think the 21.4 is amazing because you can put 2 people in there. And if I was a teenager or a kid, I would love to go camping with my parents because I have my own area to go up in there. And you know how teenagers can be. They don't want anything to do with the parents, so they can go up in their little cubby, go to sleep. You have your own light, you have your own plug-in, and it's great. So kick the kids outside to eat, and you and the wife can sit inside and enjoy the stove or the oven if you want to. So anytime you ask me, I tell y'all to get outside.
Yeah, I like that. And my argument would be, well, what if it's raining and we want to get around and play board games or cards or
I got
eat
you.
it inside? I could see that argument happening. And you could still work it, get a little folding chair there. The other thing is the new trailer that we want to talk about does have a booth for 4 adults. This has been one of the biggest things that I've been wanting, and I've been talking with Maynard from the beginning. Don't show. I see the camera guys back there like trying to throw something out. Like, leave it alone. You want to throw a booth up? You can throw a booth up. But then get out of it really quick and let's go to the next comment. Nobody's asked us, so we can't give it to them yet. Anyway, so. Ooh, did you see that? Okay, next comment. Let's go to the next comment. That is a pause. And on the factory floor, I went in there and I was like, Maynard, we got to get a booth that sits 4 adults and sleeps 2. So we could have a trailer that has 4 adults, right? And I sat in the booth and I'm like, it's too small. Like, let's widen it, So there you have it. Okay, how about the couples trailer with split twin beds where there is just enough room next to
next to the walls to
Okay.
tuck the sheets in, and then all the vertical and horizontal storage
Sorry.
in the middle and top.
I'm
So-
sorry. I'm a little slow, David. You can go backwards. Okay.
You thought he was
And then
talking
all the
Australian
vertical
there.
and horizontal storage down the middle and the top. Oh my goodness. Once again, this new trailer has a pretty cool storage, vertical storage. Not what you're asking for. Don't show it to them. Nobody's asked for it. So we gotta get people asking. Okay, next comment. Hey, but really quick on that split bed, like you're like 1 in no offense, but like, mean, maybe it's just like you're an innovator or an outlier, but you're like 1 out of 100 or 500 people
Hold
that
on.
ask that. It's like, do you have a lot of people ask you that?
Well, Shane, actually, my wife and I restored an '83 Coachman, and it had twin beds in the back, and we were going to
I
redo it, put
know.
a queen, and we kind of liked it because I wake up early, and I can go up front and make my coffee and go outside and wander around while she sleeps. But with the regular bed, you're always like crawling over top of each other and
No,
stuff.
no, I get it.
Yeah.
And my grandparents from, the 30s and 40s had separate beds too. But then, like, and a lot of trailers used to do those separate beds, but
Yeah.
they kind of went away from it. And I don't know why, but they definitely went away from it, and there's not as many out there. But
I know Airstream does it still.
yeah, Airstream has some. I think there's some benefits. Yeah, but Airstream is also an older couple.
Yeah.
Trailer. Maybe that would be. He does say couples trailer too, so maybe that's why he's looking at it.
Yeah. Right now, there's nothing for off road that's
Yeah,
have single beds.
nothing in our space, unfortunately. Keep asking, and we'll get somebody to do it. I heard that there's going to be a Roamer 2. What will a new change be added, and when is it going to be available? Dang it! Where are these people hearing these things? Did we say anything? Josh.
Yeah, probably Josh.
Probably Josh.
Oh, was it Josh?
Probably
Uh-oh.
Josh. Letting the cat out of the bag.
It wasn't me.
Did you say something?
It was. I'm just saying it wasn't me. I talked too early about the MDCs, but that
Okay.
was it.
Sorry, I'm moving around so much. This stool is really hard. Okay, well, let's go back to that Romer 2 question. Okay. Yes. Things are in the works. Larger bed. So currently, I got a full-size bed. Going to a bigger bed. I'm not going to give you any more detail on that. We'll have a device that will allow you to wash and dry your clothing. You like that,
Ooh, a
Randy?
device.
Yeah, you know that's really important for you. Definitely, I know who spilled the beans, but I don't want to rat out. We all know it was Josh. It's okay. We love Josh, but we know it was him. Anyways, and when is it going to be available, and what are the changes? So, well, I can tell you, I think we want to do an incinerator toilet stock, and
Ooh, that'll be.
the price is going to be pretty much the same as the current Roamer. It's pretty cool. Just trying to figure out production and do things more efficiently, and it's allowing us to offer more, so pretty excited about that. Bigger bathroom, bigger shower, everything. I like bigger trailers, Randy.
Yes.
So I'm pushing bigger in the Roamer one. Not too much bigger, but it might be a little bit wider and a little bit longer, but not much. Okay,
Awesome.
let's go to the
I
next
know
question.
absolutely nothing about it, so that's pretty cool
Okay.
to hear for the first time.
Sorry. I got a delay in my ear. Like the anchor people, and
Like we're on satellite.
yeah, we're on satellite. You guys need to speed up the internet. Okay, can we please see and talk about the new model? Ooh. What do you think?
You ready?
Okay, this is a new model coming out by Pause. Well, who else would it be? That guy is so good at quick at bringing out new things. This is something that him and I have been talking about for 6 to 8 months, almost since the beginning. I was I love the 20.3, 21.4. All of those are great, right? But let's get some other things. What is go?
Keep going. Even though you can't hear yourself.
Okay. He's telling me I can't hear myself, but he says keep talking. So, anyway, so yeah, the new unit is coming out. Do you want to throw up some photos?
Yeah.
Don't go too fast. I mean, go fast. Don't go
fast.
too slow. Let's. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool. I really like the styling of it. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Massive booth. Awesome kitchen. Awesome fridge. Queen size bed. Wait, go back just for a second. Hey, look at that. stand-up, tall storage area that you can access a lot better. I know it's not like what you were saying as for the two sides, but it's pretty cool. It's a queen-size bed, and that's a true 60 by 80. Go to the next one. Okay, there you go. There's the bathroom. Kitchen's pretty sweet. Big booth. That booth will sleep. I mean, that booth is large enough for 4 adults. You might not be able to tell, but the TV, look at the TV, how much bigger it is. Go look at a 20.3 and you'll kind of see the difference in the TV size. So it's much wider. Okay, go to the back to the outside again. Stay tuned. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, I'm doing a top 5 on the 16.4, and we're going to reveal at the end of the video some more specs and stuff on this. So go to the next.
There's actually a link below for people that are here.
Oh,
It's
already?
exclusive. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. The video guys just told me there's a link below in this video. And if you go click on that and put in your information, I guess we're sending out the information out this week. So for those on the Campfire Rant, you get some special access to this unit. And there's not a ton of specs, but there are some. It's all getting dialed in. Actually, we pretty much know most of it, but we didn't want to like divulge everything without Maynard giving a full approval. So it's going to be way lighter than the current pauses. I can tell you that. It's going to be quite a bit cheaper. Not half, but a lot cheaper. Let's just say south of 100. But also have the ability to have the same amount of batteries and the same amount of solar. There's going to be a lot of different options on this one. So, okay, let's go to the next comment. I think that was enough to tease everybody. Hi. How you doing? Come. I want to introduce you to somebody. This is one of the coolest people I know. Say hello.
Hi.
This is Courtney. This is my daughter.
What's up, Courtney?
She's working for money. She's making sure we're directing. She's making sure I don't say anything stupid. Oh, hey, come back. What are we doing? What are we doing next week? Do you know?
We're going on a road trip.
With who? Do you remember?
MDC.
So the guys from Australia are flying out, and we're going to be doing a video shoot, going down to Moab, putting the trailers to the test. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? You gonna have fun?
Mm-hmm.
Do we go crazy off-roading?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, okay, you can
He's
go back.
too crazy at it.
How dare you?
Yeah, right.
Where's your little friend? Do you have a special guest? Christina. Anyways.
Who, me? Do I have a special guest?
Yeah. Who do you think I'm talking to?
I got a special guest. Bring that one too, the little tiny one. We got a new ROA Off-Road South Carolina member that joined the team last week. We're gonna display her right now. Here she comes. That's Chloe. And then that's my wife, Christina, who is also your warranty and parts manager at ROA. So she's a part of the team as well. So that's so when you call and press 2 and 3, it goes to her.
2 and 3. Oh wow. Welcome. Oh, this is fun. We're being pretty casual here. What's the next question?
Questions are coming up.
Okay, I need to add twin beds are becoming more popular because of larger floor space it gives you, and actually have a larger sleeping area per person. My wife and I are in middle age. Yeah, you look young. So, Michael says they're becoming more popular. Yeah, and the cool thing is I've seen some of the vans where they put them together, and it makes it like a massive king size bed. So.
Oh yeah.
I think we need to talk about this more, huh? Okay, let's go to the next comment. Boz has really caught my eye as of late. I'm excited for more updates on the new model. Yeah, Oscar, you're here. Ask any questions. We can answer them right now. They've just been super innovative. What's your thoughts on them?
Well, I love them, and when I was like thinking real quick, I was letting everybody know that the guys behind the scenes have been doing a lot to update the information and get out to you guys. On the back end that you guys don't see, we've updated our texting, our CRM, so everything and anything we can communicate with you better. We were having some little bumps with some providers of our texting and call service, so we apologize for that. But I was just thinking about that. So when you guys have questions, you can text us. Everybody texts now. I mean, look at your texts unread versus your emails unread. So we really like to do texting. And that's all fixed now. We have the right provider. And so you guys can, call the number. You can text us as well with any and all questions. So that's what I had up in my head. So
Oscar, feel free to text us directly if we didn't answer anything or make comments here. But yeah, Pause is definitely catching a lot of people's eyes. They've been getting lots of awards for being one of the better manufacturers in America right now. Just being super innovative. Okay, read the next one. Your turn, Randy.
It's important for anyone make it happen for Romer too.
Talking about washer dryer.
Either I can't read. Or,
washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot and make you read.
No, you're fine. That's what I figured. You have the delay in your ear, and I have the delay of comprehension today. So and let us apologize to everybody. We've been in this class all week, and definitely I can notice Shane's personality is not his normal personality. He seems drained, and then I'm at the same thing. So we apologize. We were all excited about doing this rant to talk and answer questions if you have for Utah as well as South Carolina. So, but yeah, we're going to do some tests on those washer and dryer combos for you guys, and then we'll do a video on that, and then we'll see if I'm wrong or, if I'm right. So we'll do that stuff for you guys.
I think we should do some power tests. That would be cool. Find out how much one of those dryers actually take. I've never done that. Throw it on a battery. I mean, we could just put an inverter and throw a battery out on the shop floor and turn it on, and it would just, who knows what would happen. Let's go to the next question. Love the dog, Randy.
Thanks, everybody. We love her too.
Let's go to the next question. Okay, Brooder is opening its doors in Texas. That's quite the competition. Are you planning to sell them as well? Would you agree to partner with them? We've talked with them a bunch of times. They're really not interested in partnering, and I'm not too worried about the competition. I've seen them in person, and I think our trailers are just as good. So, I mean, they all have their benefits, right? It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Brooders are small, they're light, but I mean, we have some small light trailers as well. But as far as I don't know, I just think they're different, and you got to go look at them in person. Now that they're in Texas, come look at our trailers, go look at their trailers, and you can make that judgment call for yourself of whether you think they're going to compete with our stuff. I think America is already on the up and up between Imperial and Pause right now. They're amazing trailers, and they're getting better and better. And then also all the new trailers. There's a lot of trailers in the market, right? From MDC to Kimberly to... and they're all great trailers. One of the things that I'm really excited about MDC, speaking of MDC, is the value of like what they cost and for the quality. Did you see the island? You got an island there, right?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna go in. What's today? I don't even know what day is. It's Thursday or Wednesday.
It's been a
Thursday.
long week.
I'm going in tomorrow. I'm going into the shop tomorrow to check it out. I'll probably do a quick video and upload it tomorrow just so y'all can see it. I've seen tons of videos. The last time the MDC, before we signed on them, showed up, I think I was out in Utah with you, and we got to see them. So I haven't put my hands on them yet. I'm really excited. I've watched all the videos, so many videos. I guess we're going to in competition of how many videos we do versus what they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have everything on them. I think is premium high quality stuff, which is what's needed. It's right there, right where it needs to be. So if you don't need a giant camper, they have a 9-foot the 12-foot, a 14-foot, and then those have electronic pop-up roofs. Indoor kitchens, which that was a big thing with the dwellers. Folks wanted indoor kitchens, and a lot of these have indoor kitchens now with the outdoor kitchens. So for such small campers, they have tons of space on the inside. So we're really excited to bring those to you guys.
Yeah, for sure. The MDCs, as far as all the products out there in the market that you've looked at, like Black Series, OBIs, Dwellers, Conquerors, I think MDC is like, you can't even compare. They're so much better. The quality, the components, the attention to detail. Like we've now have had 3 at our shop for close to a month, and I've been in them a bunch, and every one of my technicians, my service guys, our QC guy is just like, they're all in love with them. So I'm excited. I'm taking the 17 family out on this weekend for a whole week with MDC all over southern Utah. And
Man,
I'm super
I wish
excited
I was
about that.
going.
I know. Sorry.
I'll
Yeah,
just take
and
the
then-
one we have.
You can't take that one.
Oh, man. Okay.
That one's sold. Sorry.
Oh, it is. Did we already sell it?
Yeah, it's sold. It was
Okay.
it was pre-sold. He sold
Oh,
it,
awesome.
and we ordered it there straight for the
Okay.
Bummer.
I've been out for a week, so I don't know what's going on. I'll find out tomorrow.
The Annex stuff. I don't know. That's a good question. We should talk with the Roamer One people.
I think folks will start to see that and start to move around and adapt. So if they see that the folks want Annex rooms, they'll start putting them on them. My thing is to see how long it actually takes to set up. That's my only thing.
How long did it take you guys to set that thing up the first time?
It's an hour the first time, but I think we could do it in
that
20
was-
minutes.
Oh yeah, so they never setting it up in their life. They went and did it. Brandon and Jordan did it in like an hour, their very first time. But that was figuring it out and setting it up. So they said they think maybe 20 minutes if they did it a few times.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah. It seems like pretty easy to set up from what I could tell.
I would only do it if I was going to stay there multiple days.
Yeah. The camera guys are saying they would only do it if they were going to stay multiple days. Yeah, I mean, I've set up Annex like that on Conquerors, and I wouldn't do them unless I was staying for multiple days. Hey, before this guy's comment, there was a comment that said Brooder has a washer and dryer, and I don't know if that's true. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they have a washer. But double check on the dryer. Sometimes their marketing, Brooder's marketing, it's kind of hard to understand. Like they'll say it comes with a washer and a dry option, or something. So go double check that. I've seen those washers and dryers, but they're not legitimate dryers. They're just spin. They spin it and make it dry. So take a double check on that. And we can install those in any trailer. They're very small. They'll fit in the pause in the bathroom. They'll fit in the roamer. We've installed those in Explorers, Imperials. The 145, we installed one. So we can install those in almost anything. But it's a washer, and then it spin dries, and then you have to pull it out and hang up to finish the drying. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay.
Look at this comment. Was that
Randy,
2 or 3 to
Randy,
talk
that's
to
your
your dog?
Was that press 2 or 3 to talk to your dog? Okay, next comment. Okay, regarding MDC, I've noticed that they have no airbags. What do you think in terms of off-roading compared to all the airbagged rigs? That's a great question. There are a lot of off-road enthusiasts, like I want to call them like the Puritans, that will say don't do airbags. What do you think of this, Randy?
I'm 50-50. I think they have their different applications. I do like the airbags for articulation when you're tilted on a V-ditch or you get into a camp and you're off, canter and you're not level. Airbags are great for that. However, I think the coil springs with quad shocks pull a little better. I don't know why, they just do for me. But I think it's just less maintenance you have to worry about. I've never had an airbag go out. I've been told that they're very easy to change out on our campers. It's not like the Mercedes and the Lincoln town cars that you see lowered around town who have blown airbags. But I know that the airbags are very easy to replace if you do have an issue with those.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree. I mean, gas shocks and coils are pretty reliable if you're going for like the most reliable. Yeah, airbags, you got a compressor, you got airlines, you got bags. Now, the benefit of airbags is, like Randy said, you pull into camp and press a button and your trailer's level. I really like that. I'm more of a convenience camper, and that's why I like bigger campers. I like to bring everything with me, and I want to get to camp. I want to level fast. Anytime you're dealing with mechanical stuff, like coils and shocks, it's going to be more work, but also less problems, potential problems. Like, it's just
Well, the real good thing, Shane, that I do like that a lot of people don't know when they're watching our videos and then they come to the showroom, I show them about the bypasses. So if you do have your compressor goes down or the electronics goes down, there are some basically tire valve stems up in the front of the axles that you can let air out, put air in, as well
Yeah.
as your stabilizers. If for some reason the Garmin system goes out or the Cruise Master remote systems on the Imperial Outdoors. So there is bypasses so that you can inflate and deflate if you have an electronic issue, I guess.
yeah, and even if you blew a bag, they have bump stops, rubber stops inside of them, and they'll just go flat onto those, and you can still tow it out. And the suspension would probably be similar to a standard leaf spring trailer, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd just be bouncing down the road. But the question kind of was like, how do they perform off road? I think they're going to perform. It's just so, it's different. Like, you might have more travel on the airbags, but the gas shocks and coils are really good off road. I think they tow really good, and they're really good on washboard.
The MDC shocks have been upgraded versus the OBI dwellers.
Oh, they're way bigger. I think they're like twice as big. So lots of more oil.
Yeah.
The suspension on the MDC is better than any of the other imports like Black Series or OBI. They're just way better. The suspension, the shocks, the drum brakes, the bearings, everything is like really good quality brand. So if you had to choose an off-road trailer to live in full time into retirement, which would you choose? Okay, Randy.
Oh,
go.
I would pick the 20.3 with the bar / bed couch selection, and then I'd have a couch instead of the full-time bed, and then I'd take the 21.4 table that's right in front of the couch and put that in front. And the reason that I would go with the bench instead of the dinette is I love how that bar folds down and gives you all that open area. So if you wanted to put some bikes in there, I personally use it for Friday night dance party. I want as much room as possible in there so we can move around. And if I have 4 adults in there, there's no sleeping space, but there's plenty of room to stand around. That would be my full time because it's modular on the inside and I can change it around. Plus, Christina, my wife, loves the bathroom in the 20.3. Did you see
this? This was on a 21.4. Oh shoot, it might be a little blurry.
Yeah, I got that today. And you know what's funny is I actually had somebody who wanted some extended legs on that, so it was counter height.
There you go. Yeah.
So
that's like, wait, let's go. Let's swipe it this way. Hey, wait, hold on. Go back.
They can probably show a 21.4.
Yeah,
that's the higher one today.
Yeah, this is the higher one that they did for the bed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a. And then somebody mentioned that you can also use it as more counter space because look, it matches the size the counter. They're like the same height now. Do you see that?
I actually had a guest that came in and they asked for that a higher thing, cool? So that you could have it counter height and come around. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like an L counter, so you can use it as prep space now. So that was Randy's answer. I don't know. Probably maybe that new pause, the reboot. I might live in that thing. That thing is like queen size bed. The new Roamer coming out would be definitely a choice of mine. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of options. It really just depends on what you. Hey, MDC has some cool. They have some cool couples options coming out that are similar to like the floor plans of the. Hold on, I got to take a picture of this because I said I'm going to start documenting every time somebody says that the MDC has cheesy graphics. What a turnoff. They should black out their rig like the pause. Actually, Rhino coat should be an option for every trailer, in my honest opinion. Yeah, okay, just making sure.
You have to get a heat gun, start peeling them things off.
Yeah, we can peel them off. That would be easy. That's super easy. Just peel them off and be done.
Sure.
Or you could. Hey, Courtney. Sorry. I feel so bad. She's like just bored. Here, you can play something on. She's a trooper. She's been sitting here for an hour waiting for me. No complaining. She's like the perfect child. So, okay. Yeah, we can remove the graphics, and we can put on different graphics. We could wrap it, black it out for you, whatever. Next question. Do we got another question? Okay. How much more time do we have?
2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes. Okay, did you show all of the stuff on the secret trailers? Was there anything else?
We've already had 7 or 8 people submit the form.
Okay. That trailer is pretty sweet. I'm super excited about it. Been working with Maynard on it. The cool thing about that one is that's going to come with options of coil or gas shocks or airbags. And a lot of this has been because a lot of people have complained about the price. Like all of the trailers are they're premium, you know, so you're paying north of $100,000 for the Explorers, for the Roamers, for the Pause. So people have been saying, hey, can you get something that's more affordable? And that's what Maynard has done with the Pause. Now the MDCs and the Reboot are both going to be south of 100, okay, which is great. The Reboot is going to give you a lot of different options, and I don't have the exact pricing yet, but I can tell you how much do the 180 amp hour batteries weigh. Ooh, I think the batteries are 80 pounds a piece on a 270 Battleborn. I think they're like 70, 80 pounds. So yeah, 160, 320. Yeah, 320 pounds for all of them for 1,080.
Man, I had that up the other day. The game
So
changer,
did I.
right?
That's why I think it was like 80 pounds. You can just Google it. It's a 270 amp hour Battleborn. That's the battery. It's a single battery is 270 amp hours.
Yeah.
I think it was 74, 84 pounds. Yeah, they're not too heavy. So you're talking
80 pounds.
80?
81.
Yeah, 80 pounds. Good job, Shane.
There you go.
Keep up the good work.
And I said 320 for all four. There you go. I even did the math for you.
They're the one.
Easy peasy. Yeah, so the Reboot, I think in that link we talk about the weight, and just so you know, because there's not a lot of details on the trailer, that weight in the link, if you go to the link, the weight is including 1,080 amp hours of lithium. So there you have it. Now if you start cranking up more stuff on that, like putting washer and dryers and, you know, gold, you know, handles, it's going to get heavier. But that was one of the biggest complaints about some of the pauses, is because you got to have a 2,500, or is what we recommend, is a 2,500 3/4 ton truck. The new pause will be able to be towed with an F-150. And that's the next question.
Probably not a Ridgeline.
What's a Ridgeline? Is that a Honda?
Yes, that's a Honda.
Oh, I love Hondas. Civics and Accords. They're great sedans. One of the best sedans you can buy out on the market, along with Toyotas.
I think you got all the
Was
questions.
there any other questions?
Let's wrap it up.
Okay, so we're gonna be wrapping it up in a little bit. So if you have any more questions, we're so sorry. We're gonna end it here. Hey, stay tuned next week. That's this coming week. I'm headed out to Southern Utah, meeting up with the group with MDC coming from Australia. Super excited. Really cool group of people. We're going to get a bunch of adventure footage of the trailers going off-road. And we'll probably do some tours. I'm going to be learning a ton. I'm really excited for this. So we'll probably be rolling out a bunch of cool adventure videos and showcasing these trailers. We want to go test them and see how they work and also get to know the manufacturer better. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Right, Randy?
Well, I wanted to plug a few things. Do I got time?
Yeah, go plug away.
All right, coming in May, mid-May, May 20th through the 24th, we're going to be out at Uwharrie, North Carolina. We've rented some private land with running showers and bathrooms and everything. So that is going to be our Roamer Adventure. So everybody's been asking for the East Coast Roamer Adventure. I'm getting horses. We're going to do horseback riding. We're going to have side-by-side. We're going to rent a pontoon. Also, we have a private off-road park that we're going to do a one-on-one beginner off-road training. We're not going to be pulling the campers, so don't worry about that. But if you want to take your Jeep or your Gladiator or your F-150, F-250 on some trails to learn, to watch for those V-ditches, when you should use your low gear, and if you have an all-wheel drive and all that stuff. So it's going to be a one-on-one training session. Also, we'll be catering some dinners. And there was one other thing I forgot to say. We will also be hitting the public off-road park as well. Tons and tons of acreage, tons of trails to hit. So that is on the website. Go up to Roamer Adventures. Click on Uwharrie. We will be discounting that price. We overpriced it a little bit. So that price will go down. The folks who own the land gave me a better price, so we can lower that.
Go.
But it's going to be during the week. So you guys who have purchased, we've sold over 100 campers out of the South Carolina location since September of last year. And our map is really full of people. So check it out. If you guys have questions, hit me up. You can hit Angela up. And love to see you guys there in May. Also, I already talked about the new texting platform that we're on, so you guys can text to us easier.
We've had some issues with texting, but some people have been frustrated about moving systems. But we got it all hopefully ironed out. So thank you for watching. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And what do we say, Courtney?
Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, there you go. See you later. Until
See you,
next
Courtney.
time.
See you,
Bye-bye.
Shane. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.